there. It's week 28 and we're officially in the third and final trimester. It's hard to believe in 3 months I will have a baby in my arms versus in my belly. So that's kind of exciting, huh? So we had our prenatal appointment last week, and as always, we got to hear the baby's heartbeat. Everything is going well. I was able to ask her a few questions, particularly regarding the ultrasound, if I was going to have another one. And yes, I will have another one at 35 weeks so that we can find out the positioning of the baby and make sure she's in the right place for me to give birth. And then we'll be able to see her then. So I'm excited. And then I've had some arm aches, particularly on my left because that's where I've been sleeping, and we just kind of chalked it up to me sleeping on my arm when I am on my side. And so she's telling me to maybe switch over to the other arm to give my left arm a break, and either side is fine, even though most people say left arm is best, but she said it doesn't really matter. I keep talking about stuff I've read and stuff, so I just wanted to show you the book I've been reading. It's called What to Expect When You're Expecting. It answers a lot of my questions and gives you a week by week tips and guidelines and what to expect pretty much that week, and what's going through with your body changes, and how the baby's doing, or what he or she is learning at that time. And so we actually got it during Christmas as a Secret Santa gift for Jer. He put it on his wish list, and thanks to Viv, who was happy to oblige, she gave him this book. So thanks, Viv. I also have been experiencing some backaches more so, and at this point it's really not going to get any better. It's pretty common. And I asked my doctor about Kegels, and she said if you don't have them now, there's still time for them to develop. So she's like, don't worry. It's funny, people keep telling me I'm getting so big. I'm like, yeah, I'm only going to get bigger at this point. So it's like, we'll just watch, this is just the beginning. And then I've been getting some strange dreams. Most of the time I don't remember what they are, but I do remember the dreams I've had in the past. It was kind of more so like something wrong with the baby, although the baby is fine in the dream, like is not crying about what's happening. The baby's like losing a limb or something, and the baby's just like whatever, but I've read or heard, or I talked to someone about it, where most of the times those dreams are usually your anxieties or thoughts or worries about the delivery, what's going on with the baby after delivery, or just the health. And so if you have a chance and if you remember your dreams, it's nice to jot them down and maybe get them interpreted, or just like understand what's going through your mind at that point, and give you a chance to calm those nerves. And if you were able to share that with your doctor or whoever about it. We had beautiful weather today, so I encouraged Jared to go out for a run while I walked, and for the most part I survived. We were out there for more than an hour, but towards the end obviously I started getting the backaches again. And what was interesting is that I felt some tingling in my fingers, and when I looked at my hands, my knuckles were swollen, and my fingers were like sausages. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And so I think I've come to the point where I have to suck it up and not wear rings for the rest of the pregnancy on an everyday basis, basically. So yeah, for fear that I won't be able to get the rings off, and then I'll have like, if they get any more swollen, that would be bad. But yeah, when we got home, I had some tingling feelings on my toes too, and when I took off my shoes, my feet were fine. So, but just as a precaution, I laid out and lifted my legs, elevated my legs, and rested for a little bit before I started on dinner. And then we had our maternity, we had a maternity photo session with our friend Kelly on Sunday, but due to weather, it was cut short. It started raining, and so we just had to reschedule for next week. So hopefully we'll be able to do that, and this nice weather will carry on through to the next week. Let's hope. I'm like keeping my fingers crossed for that. And then we decided to just have dinner out in the Richmond district while we we're in the city, and we checked out this restaurant called the Tea Bar. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri, and they're known for their pork chops and mac and cheese. The pork chops, which were huge, were very good, but I have to say that mac and cheese was one of the best I've ever tried. So if we're ever in that area again, we'll definitely check that place out and have that mac and cheese with pancetta in it. Very good, full of cheesy goodness. We had some visitors this past weekend. Jo, Jared's sister, and Eva came up to visit for the weekend and hung out with us for a little bit. For the most part, they stayed over the East Bay, and then we had a chance to take them to the city to eat at Absinthe for one night. And so it's always nice to see family and friends and familiar faces every so often. So that was fun for Auntie Jo, to get some time with the belly and get to feel the baby kick, and get acquainted. So I guess that's it, and I will talk to you guys next week. See you later.